wanted to make sure I ain't had no food, y'all, on my mouth. And the phone failed. I need to get me a dock station, y'all, so I can get me a dock station so I can set it up. Just want to come on here really quick. I got a busy day today and tomorrow, probably for the rest of the week. But good busy. I'm grateful. I wanted to jump on here because I also said yesterday that I would be jumping on here, whether it was 5 or 10 minutes. And I also went live and posted yesterday. So I said I was gonna come back on because, and that's why I went live yesterday, because I didn't think I was gonna have time to go live today. But it's better to start early. It's 18 on the East Coast time. But anyway, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Labor and Love Mission. This is Karen Oliver. You're watching my channel. This is my second YouTube channel. I started Labor and Love Mission on January the 3rd of 2025. Most of you all follow me and know me from my coaching channel, coaching YouTube channel, Karen Oliver, Coach Karen Oliver. So thank you guys for subscribing, and thank you all to the new subscribers. I actually was on my coaching YouTube channel yesterday, actually, and I just got through uploading some shorts, videos, and contents. But today is Wednesday. It's Well Labor Wednesday. It is July the 9th, 2025, and I hope everybody has had a great week thus far, had a happy 4th. I wanted to just come on and elaborate on a little bit more about the word for today, about God shifting us and pivoting us the way that we want to. I uploaded a shorts video, and I just wanted to elaborate on it just a little bit, about what God was ministering to me. And so I just want to share with you all that, I know that sometimes the closest ones to us, or our loved ones, or our family, or our best friends, it could even be your husband or your wife, they may not even understand the season that God had you in, and they may not understand the season that God, and the different levels that God may be taking you spiritually. And sometimes it can be uncomfortable because, of course, like I always say before, we make mistakes. Sometimes we don't always make the right decisions all the time. I'm sorry, you guys, when my phone keep falling. I'm back, but I'm trying to keep it. I need a dock station. But anyway, as I was saying, is that, sometimes we learn from those different decisions. We learn, but then we got to understand that too, that God has us in a season spiritually just for Him, and that He want to use us and take us to a different level, but that requires some pruning, and that requires some things that you're not going to understand in the natural. And a lot of people that are close to you is not going to understand that in the natural. They may not understand what God is doing, and so you will have ones that say, well, you should have done this or you should have done that. A lot of us know that there's a lot of things going on in the world. There's a lot of catastrophe. There's a lot of things going on as far as the government. Not only that, we're seeing death tolls rise and stuff, and we know that these things are to come, and we know that there's a purpose and a message behind the pain that some of us as families are have to endure, whether that's health wise, whether that's death, whether there's loss, whether there's grieving or whatnot. But God is still saying, I am sitting on the throne for you. And there is a message that God is trying to give to each and every one of us. But then there's also a different level of anointing that God is putting on our lives, and like I said, not that everybody close to us or everybody that somebody that may not understand it, but may not even understand it. That's just like me. Like I said, God was mentioning to me first. I even had to have a close sister of mine even shared this with me months ago before God even broke it down. So it was confirmation, and he sent the woman of God to actually share a glimpse of things with me, because I didn't understand what was going on in the natural, and I had to understand that what was happening in the natural, God is doing in the spirit, and I had to understand it. So we have to be careful, and we have to be mindful to not let every little thing get to us. We have to be careful and mindful to know, and we've got to be mature enough to know that, God, you are doing this, you are shifting me. These are the things that I'm going to have to do in the natural so I can follow you in the spirit. These are the things that I'm going to have to do in the spirit. So, like I said, using wisdom all day long, using wisdom and being obedient to God. But we got to be mature enough to not take things that people say to heart or harsh, because if we know what God is doing in the spirit realm, and then we'll understand and we'll know that. And when he give us that peace that surpasses all understanding, and when we come into his presence and listen to him clearly and understand what he's doing in our life, and then the things that people say or the things that people do won't hurt us as much, because you already know that they don't understand what God is doing in your life. And that is something that he had to minister to me, to trust him wholeheartedly. He said, I know you may be close to this person. I know you may love these people. I know, like I said, it could be your husband and wife. It could be your spouse. And you may want them to understand, but they won't have a clue until they see the effects of what God is doing in your life. And so we have to be mindful and be careful to trust God in the whole process, whether he want to move you to a whole nother city or a whole nother state, or whether he want to send you to another job, or whether he want to pivot your business, whatever that case may be, whatever he wants to do in your child's life, whatever he wants to do in your spouse's life, we have to trust him. We don't have to understand it. We don't have to understand the picture, and we don't have to see the whole picture, but we just got to trust God. And that's what I want to share with you today on this Well Able Wednesday. I love you. I hope to see you guys on Therapy Thursday. I'm not sure that I will be back on, but make sure you go back and catch all the content and video that has been released thus far, and I will talk to you soon. Have a great day.